All right, so guys, I think there was a recent interview done by Nina Turner with Sauger and Crystal Ball, even though it was Ryan Grimm this time taking Crystal's place so on Rising, and she talked about the whole narrative of having a black woman as the vice president this time. So I think, listen, she is a politician, but she's a real progressive, and I think she understands how politics works, especially in DC, and the importance of the symbolic gestures over real change, and she articulates this point quite well. So here, I'll play the clip for you guys.
This woke crowd, this is just temporary. This is just an illusion. Black women should have been mentioned in the game for a very long time, not just in this moment is forcing any of the black women that you see even being mentioned as a serious contention for the vice presidential slot. They are being mentioned because of the bubbling up of the grassroots, because of the Black Lives Matter movement, because of the progressive movement that is forcing the Democratic Party to take a real deep look at Black women and other women of color. But for this moment, this, I assure you, would not be happening because, as the primary has shown, that the Black community, the voters that vote the most within the Black community, have already determined that Vice President Joe Biden is their candidate.
Never heard somebody explain something with like such honesty and authenticity, because she's just saying that what's blatantly obvious, but what everybody in the mainstream media won't admit is that, listen, you can have Kamala Harris as your VP, but the fact of the matter is, just like Obama, she's far from progressive. She literally bragged about how she kept people in jail for no reason, um, people of color, um, on very minimal drug charges, and she bragged about that, right? And so she also talked about how this is going to be a moment thing. So in 2024, when unless there's a whole new surge in BLM and that whole movement, there's no way a black woman will be put into a powerful position. And that's the sad truth, frankly. Like you think, oh, it's time for change. Joe Biden, he's really gonna help out the progressive. No, he's not. No, he's not. And he's one of the least progressive people ever in the 21st century on the progressive side. I mean, he's pretty much the same as Obama and as Bill Clinton and all the rest of them, all the rest of the modern Democratic presidents. So yeah, it's always going to be symbolic change and never real change, and that's why you're having Kamala Harris, who's having Wikipedia changed because soon she's going to be VP. Um, it's just sad. Like, look, you have Nina Turner, an actual progressive, Barbara Lee. Who else? You have Samantha, forgot her last name. Um, all those real progressive black women who have principles and dignity and authenticity, and when they say something, they mean it, and their rhetoric, corresponds to their policies and their, you know, opinions. Um, but obviously, those people will never get heard. You know, it's all just being done to get more votes, to make it seem like, oh, we're progressive and all that good stuff. Um, but the matter of fact is, they're just the same old, same old, same old. And obviously, the whole the CNN, MSNBC, they're gonna defend Kamala to the death, because just like Obama, she's black, so she must be progressive. But no, this is my whole issue with making an entire race a monolithic political group. You can have progressive black people, you can have conservative black people, and right here, Kamala Harris is just a neoconservative or a neoliberal. I don't know. She's the fact at the end of the day, she just does the bidding of big corporations, and she's just an establishment dem, neolib who is all for the wars, who doesn't want any substantive change. She ran on things that she in her history has fought against. Like she's all about equality when she bragged about sending black people to jail for no reason. So yeah, it's just some sketchy stuff going on, and nothing too surprising here. But and by the way, if you guys really thought this was going to be a time where Joe Biden was going to pick a progressive black woman, like um, it's time to wake up because it's all optics, guys. So I mean, it's sad, but that's just how politics is these days. It's all symbolism, no action. Um, take down statues, talk about changing names of bases. Don't talk about actual police reform. Look, this is what they always do. They always try to separate it, make it a whole different useless issue that nobody really like. Who really cares about changing the names of bases? I don't. I don't think anybody really cares about that. But they make that a whole focal issue. They make people take sides, and then once everybody's taken a side, they make that the main issue, and then the whole police reform thing that was the original purpose. Fuck that. Nobody gives a shit anymore. And it's just like every time, and everybody falls for it, guys. Please stop falling for this stuff. I beg people, do not fall for this lunacy and these distractions that serve no purpose to ordinary people. And actually, that's what Tucker was talking about. And yeah, guys. So I would encourage you guys to watch the entire interview. It was quite a honest one, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. So.